Hi, thanks for watching. My name is Aaron Lebovic. I'm Regional Director with the Group 4610 team at Keller Williams Realty. And today we're going to be talking about the daily schedule of real estate champions. And so going back, I became a traditional real estate agent in late 2014. And I joined the team because they had the leads, the training, and the support I needed and the accountability to really hit it hard and to know what I was doing. And part of that training was setting up a great calendar to work off of and setting expectations with my family. That's what we're going to be talking about today, is what does a great day in the life of a real estate agent look like? And just some quick numbers on my background. I started in late 2014. In 2015, I closed just over $20 million in real estate, 24 buyers and 48 sellers. And now as regional director for Colorado, my teams last year in 2017 closed $57 million in real estate, and that was 51 sellers and 117 buyers. And so we are producing agents, working full time, and I'm going to share you our secrets to success through a well-oiled calendar. You'll hear me talk about that in just a second. Let's start out with a slide of my personal life. I did not ask my wife if I could share this, but I assume that's okay with her. This is our son, Ben. He's currently 11 months old, almost a year old, and we like to be outdoors and we like to do fun things. And so it's easy when you're a real estate agent and you're working for yourself to say, well, I get into the business to have more freedom and flexibility with my time and to make more money. And so for part-time agents, that's great. If you're a family person and you're doing real estate on the side mostly, there's nothing wrong with that at all. That's great. I decided to be a full-time, full-blown, making gobs of money real estate agent. And so it really started with setting good expectations with your family. And of course, I'm very blessed to have the structure of a family where we have that freedom and flexibility for me to work full-time. And so I decided I don't want to be a real estate agent that on average, as you see on your screen, makes about $40,000 according to salary.com in 2017. That was published on January 31st of 2018. And so $40,000 just isn't enough money for what our goals are. And so I first talked to my wife before I became a real estate agent. And I said, look, if I become a real estate agent, typically two things happen when I start a new business. Number one, I'm going to gain a bunch of weight, and of course that came true. And number two is that I'm going to work really hard. And when we're out to dinner and a lead comes in, I'm probably going to respond to that person, or if a referral comes in, or if a client has a question. And so if we make this decision together, is that okay with you that that's going to be our lifestyle? And she, of course, said yes. I had her buy-in. And what we also talked about was, what's it all for? And so obviously we want to make a lot of money, not for the sake of having a big bank account, but for what it does for our family. We like to travel and do things. Having that conversation, setting the expectations with your family is absolutely vital. And that's to start. And so also talking about tying it to your why, let's start from the beginning. You're a real estate agent. Great. You don't actually get to be a real estate agent until you do one thing, and that's get clients. And so first, we have to prospect or lead generate, whether that's referrals from fans, friends, and family. If you've been in the business for a while, it's past clients using you again. It's prospecting. We have certain prospecting efforts that I'll talk about in another mic drop video. And so we tie lead generating to setting a consultation, which leads to signing the client, which leads to making offers, which leads to getting them under contract, which leads to getting to closing, which leads to putting money in your bank account, and then what's that for? So you have to tie what am I doing and what do I need to do to why am I doing it, and that for you might be, if it's anything like me, it's creating great experiences with my family and friends and creating a legacy for the future of our family. So let's get into the setup. So first is find your bunker. Your bunker could be in your home office. It could be the kitchen table. It could be the office that you're associated with. It could be your team office. Find your space. Find your place and set expectations. When I'm in here, it needs to be quiet. I need to be able to focus uninterrupted. I'm going to go back to this slide. I can't work from home. And here's the reason why. I just love my family and I love spending time with them, and it's also a distraction from what I need to do in order to create great experiences and a legacy for my family. So find your bunker. In my case, it's going to be an office. Make sure it's quiet and uninterrupted, and you're setting expectations with the people around you. Find your rations. Make sure you have the supplies so you're not running out for a bag of peanuts to keep you going. Bring stuff in and pick the people you surround yourself with wisely. Make good choices on that. Birds of a feather flock together. And so I choose to surround myself with other people who want to create a big life for them and their family through selling a lot of real estate and making a lot of money. So next is setting expectations with your family. Real estate is a job. It's so easy for family members to say, oh, they're a real estate agent. That means they're free all day. Let's let them run around and run errands and take care of all these things. So I would say set expectations, and when you have a well-oiled calendar, which we're about to talk about in a minute, you can actually say, no, I actually am scheduled already during that time, so I can't go run and pick up that thing that you're asking me to pick up. So next up is create boundaries with clients. So many of us, and I did this myself when I became an agent, call me 24/7. I'm totally available to you. I was just so eager to sign clients. And there's no such thing as a real estate emergency unless you set the expectation it's okay that there's a real estate emergency. And so I would say pick your times that you're working, set the expectation up front with your client so they can't get upset if you're actually sticking to that schedule you told them about. And remind everybody, this is rewards for everybody. For instance, on our team, and I'll go over the calendar in just a minute, we set expectations that in the morning we're focusing on finding buyers for our sellers and sellers for our buyers. So I can't meet with you for a consultation and I can't go show you homes in the mornings. That's a time when we're working on building our business, and that's the reward for your clients. That's also the reward for your family. Nope, I've got to be focusing on prospecting or lead generating or calling the people that I know, like, and trust, and that they know and like and trust me. So I can't go run around and do things, and it's so we can sign more clients, get more closings, make more money, and have a bigger life. So the setup is really setting expectations with everybody. So here's our daily schedule of real estate champions. I like the phrase, success is a well-oiled calendar. I live by my calendar. It makes all the difference in the world, and I can say yes or no based on what my calendar says. And my calendar is set up so that I have my family time and vacations in it first, and then I have everything else which is business related to build a big business. So as you see on the screen here, it starts with 8:30 to 9 a.m. Monday through Friday is script practice and role playing. 9 to about 11 in the morning is when I'm prospecting, scheduling open houses, doing the activities to set up your business, to work on your business, so that in the afternoons you can work in your business. You can go do showings, you can have consultations, negotiate contracts, attend closings, take friends out to coffee to further work on building your business. And I would recommend even turning off bells and whistles and dings and Facebook. When you're lead generating in the morning, you've only got so much time. You want to spend your time in other places doing other fun things. You really need to, in my opinion, I needed to really focus on building my business in the morning hours. So I'll just give you an example of the standards of a Group 4610 team member. These aren't expectations. These aren't requirements. Everybody runs their own business. We want to promote them and help them promote their own business and grow their business. But here's the secret sauce to success that we found. Start the day with script practice in the morning. Focus on lead generating or prospecting or calling friends and family for 2 hours a day for referrals and keeping in touch with people. Sales team meetings, we go to those in the office and for our team as well. Call nights, we get together for a couple hours every Wednesday or every other Wednesday to make calls together, and we bring in food, maybe some competition, have fun with it. Our team members hold 2 open houses a month typically or more, and we have weekly coaching sessions. I would highly recommend you find a coach and put that on your calendar, or even if it's an accountability buddy, to run through your numbers and keep yourself accountable to what expectations you set for yourself and your success. So here's our recommendation, is to set a goal of talking to 5 people in one column and 5 people in another column. The first column is people who know you, like you, and trust you. They're raving fans, and if they're going to buy or sell in the next 12 months, they're probably going to use you. And if they come across somebody that they know that's looking to buy or sell, they're probably going to refer you. And then the other column is people like leads, referrals, people who have raised their hand and said, I'm interested in buying or selling real estate. And so if you start your morning calling 5 people that know you, like you, and trust you, just to check in, see how it's going. Don't bring up real estate. Ask if there's anything you could do for them. Build a relationship and offer something of value. It increases the law of reciprocity, where if you're going out of your way and doing something for them, they almost feel obligated to do that for you as well if they choose to, and that's fine. If not, that's okay too. But genuinely come from contribution and value in your phone calls just to catch up and see how they're doing. On the lead side, you're offering an item of value coming from contribution, and that's for sending them to a credit repair company. That's for sending them your home buying guide. That's for introducing to a great lender. That's just letting them know about properties that popped up that might meet their criteria. So if you call 5 people a day, 5 days a week on the personal side, 5 people a day, 5 days a week on the business side, you don't need that many leads. You just need to nurture great relationships. All right, so, and by the way, for your raving fans, forward calls, what that stands for is just, it's conversation topics. Family, how's your kids? You know, what school are they in? What grade are they in? Occupation, how's work going for you? Of course, what's the question they're gonna ask you after is how's work going for you, Aaron? Then recreation, do you have any fun trips planned? Where was the last place you went? We're thinking of going to London. Have you ever been there? Do you have any recommendations? You know, that's what I would ask. And then dreams. So like, how's business going and what's next for you? Or what big trips do you want to take? It's, you know, these are just easy topics to talk about with people that you know, like, and trust, and vice versa. And so now let's talk about risks and rewards. This is probably my favorite part of the training that we go through on our team. And the reward, if let's say you set a goal of having this many conversations or setting this many appointments, signing that many clients, you might give a reward for like get a gift certificate, give a gift certificate, or you know, go to a steakhouse and you get to eat the steak. The better part, people do things to avoid pain more than increase pleasure, is the risk side. Hey, whoever makes the most contacts, you know, with your accountability buddy, whoever makes the most contacts, the other person has to hand wash their car. And like I said, in the steakhouse, the person who wins gets the steak. Maybe bring a can of cold beans to that steakhouse. And the person who doesn't has to eat cold beans at this nice steakhouse. Obviously, you want it to be fun and good natured, but also the risk of eating a can of beans when you're at a really nice steakhouse might make you make some more phone calls. That's what it's about. And then finally, I've got one, eat something gross. So this is Stephanie in our Nashville office for our team, and she set a goal. She didn't meet her goal, and so her risk was that she would eat an onion. And this is a picture of her taking a video, posting it on the internet, on Facebook, not even just to the team, but to the public, saying, you know, my goal was to set more appointments with clients. I didn't meet my goal this week, and so now I've got to eat this onion. And she only took 2 bites. It was an awful experience for her. It was hilarious. But create a risk that you want to avoid. I don't think she's going to be missing her goals the more she does that. So to summarize, your environment is really important. Setting expectations with the people you surround yourself with, your business people and your loved ones, is of course vital so that nobody gets upset when you're focusing on working on your business. And of course, consistency with this calendar is super key. I'm going to read you 2 quotes from Gary Keller. One is, real estate is a lot simpler than we believe it is. We need it to be harder than it is so we can justify not hitting our goals. And then the second one, which I like even more, is you have to make peace with the boredom of the repetition of doing things that produce results. That's prospecting, talking to people, lead generating. You have to tie it to the boredom of the repetition of doing things that produce results until you can connect it to the excitement of the outcome. I want to go to London for a month, and so I'm going to work hard now so I can achieve that later. So thank you so much for watching. I hope this was helpful for you and your business. Have a great day.